gentlemen, Alexandria Wildcats. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Alexandria Senior High Trojans. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is Veterans Day. Destrehan and Alexandria fans, could I please have your attention? Could I please have your attention as we celebrate those who serve or have served in our military during this Veterans Day week. Destrehan High School would like to honor those of you who are serving or have served our country in uniform. At this time, we ask that any veteran or soldier currently serving in our military please rise. Destrehan High School would like to recognize and give thanks to all of you for your service. Freedom is not free. We appreciate the sacrifice you have and are continuing to make for our country. Let's give these heroes another round of applause. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you please rise, and gentlemen, please remove your caps as we await the invocation given tonight by DHS Senior Kieran Jackson Jr.
Father, we are gathered here today because you have made it possible for a friendly competition to take place. As we compete, Lord, we pray that you watch over every player tonight. Father, give them the strength they need to succeed. Lord, we pray not only that you bless the players, but touch everyone here tonight. Most of all, Father, we pray that your will be done tonight, for we are all winners in your sight. Lastly, we pray for traveling grace for all as we return home. We ask these blessings in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Please remain standing as we honor America as the Pride of Destrehan plays the national anthem, followed by the DHS alma mater. Presenting the colors tonight are DHS Air Force ROTC cadets Rachel Tessera, Skylar 5, Dakota 5, and Miranda Hall. Beginning at midfield, tonight's captain. First for the Trojans, number 13, Michael Orfe. Number 62, Eric Alvarado. Number 65, Austin Parker. And number 79, Jared Bird. Fighting Wildcats, number 3, Robert Hall. Number 69, Brandon Newman. Number 97, Gabriel Fields. And number 2, Megan Clark. The Trojans won the toss on the third and the second half. Fighting Wildcats will receive. The Trojans will kick off and defend the south goal.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to week 10. No, the first week of the playoff 2017 of Fresh Play Productions, where the Destrehan Wildcats take on the Alexandria Trojans. This is the first week of the playoffs. My name is Tariq Johnson. Along here with me is Chris Brand. Later, we'll be joined by Gabby Woods on the sideline.
How you doing? We're going to take a quick rundown of each team and how good they're doing. Destrehan is going 8-2 and a total of 5-1 in district, whereas Alexandria is 4-6 and 2-3 in district. So, two extremely different records for both teams.
But if you look at Alexandria's schedule, they play teams like West Monroe,
Right.
and I believe he does get the first down.
Right.
Destrehan doing a great job establishing a run early in this ball game.
All right, first down at the 41-yard line for Destrehan. It's always good to see a running back who steps up because actually, John Emery, their highly recruited running back is hurt, I believe, with a broken hand. So it's always good to see someone step up.
Then 2 weeks ago, they got their backup running back, Kyle Edwards, and he has coming from 2 big weeks since he's been back. Had over 100 yards rushing in both games.
As you could just see here on a 15-yard reception by number 27, Carl Lewis. Or was that Carl Lewis?
I believe that was. Destrehan really doing a great job moving the ball on this first drive.
Right. So it is the 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line of Alexandria's 42-yard line, actually. Got a pistol formation.
Carson Rogers set in motion. The defense is running a 4-3. Handoff to Kyle Edwards, and it's stopped at the line of scrimmage.
See a ton of white shirts on that one. They must have penetrated the line really good.
Did a great.
So that's a good play on that one.
And empty backfield. 5 wide receiver set, drop backs to pass. Steps up in the pocket, goes over the top, and is caught by number 83. Joseph Washington. That was a great job of Destrehan stretching the defense out with that run. And he loads up. Shotgun formation. Number 14, Quentin Tobart. And it was a high snap fumble. Gerald Blows got it. He still throws it. Caught by number 83.
What amazing recovery on that play.
Yeah. After the high snap, Gerald did a great job setting his feet. And great job by Joseph Washington with the catch, sticking with the play, making the catch.
Those kind of receptions like that is what's going to define a championship team from a team who's going to go home in week 1. a team who could come back off of mistakes like that and recover. So we'll have to see what Destrehan plays after that. So we got JR lined up. Hands it off to number 27.
Touchdown, Kyle Edwards.
Kyle Edwards, touchdown. What a great run. Destrehan just came out hot in this first half. I mean, first drive, rather.
And I do see a flag on the field. Came in kind of late.
We'll have to see what it's about.
The refs are discussing. And it's actually on Alexandria,
Yeah.
so the touchdown will stand.
I was about to say, the kickoff team was already in, the field goal team, so I was figuring it was going to be on Alexandria. So just like that, it's 6-0 on a run on Carl Edwards. We'll see if they'll make the PAT on this one.
Philip Stratz set to kick the ball.
Something must be going on. Oh, here we go. It's about a. Here we go. Kicks it off. Oh, it nearly blocked. But he made it in. So just like that, it is 7-0. Destrehan leads Alexandria Senior High. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
Destrehan High School would like to thank Mr. Overy and the Foundation for its continuous support of the Fine Wildcats athletic program. Fine Wildcat Nation appreciates and thanks you. Wildcat fans, we would like to take this opportunity to thank St. Charles Hospital for providing on-site EMS services tonight, and for every Hahnville High School administrative.
And we're back with Destrehan leading the game 7-0 after that 1-yard rush by Kyle Edwards. And the penalty will come in effect on this play. So they will be kicking from the 45-yard line instead of the 35. And you see number 15, Philip Stratz, set to kick off. With number 1, Caden Reynolds back to return. And it's a touchback, so the Trojans will start the ball on the 20-yard line.
So Alexandria will take the field for the first time, led by, I believe, number 10, their quarterback.
Ben Hensey.
Thrown for 1,300 yards this year. Pretty good for, what grade is he in, I believe? Number 10, he's a junior, so he's still got a year, so that's still good. To always see a junior quarterback to lead a team to the playoffs.
See a pistol formation for our receiver set. Defense is in the 4-3, as it's taken down for minimum gain by number 97.
Jabrell Fields, a great tackle. It wasn't just him on the tackle, though. They had 99.
Did a great job.
51. What a great way to penetrate the offensive line for Destrehan. As a start of it, Alexandria's line just looks really weak, so we'll be able to see if that changes anyway through the first half of the game.
Now, Chris, Destrehan just scored pretty fast. If you was Alexandria, how would you approach this drive?
You take it as in Destrehan didn't score as they're doing right here with a 5-yard run, but you want to not look at the scoreboard at all right now. It's the first half, first quarter. I don't know if Alexandria's been in the playoffs in a while, so if you want to upset Destrehan, which is a lot of people saying they should do, they need to not focus on the scoreboard and just focus on their game, focus on the game plan they came in.
Couldn't agree with you myself.
Right.
Pistol formation, 3-wide receiver set, quarterback's dropped, and it's a screen pass to the receiver. Come out with a little trickery play on your third.
Bubble screen. Jabrell Fields, a senior, looks to be happy on that one.
The quarterback did a great job setting his feet after he rolled out the pocket.
Right. Whoa, fourth down and the quarterback's still on the field. What is this about? In their own territory. Oh no. they're just going to be quick. That's what they're trying to do,
Quick.
quicker than
Yeah.
Destrehan.
And on this punt return, you got to watch for Macon Clark, number 2. Coming into the playoffs, he already had 3 block punts
Right.
in the regular season. And I believe he returned 2 of them for touchdowns.
Great special teams for Destrehan. That's really smart of what they're doing is being fast. If they're going to have to win being trickery. That's what St. Charles Catholic did to Destrehan to give them one of their wins. They were just smarter than Destrehan, so maybe that's what their approach is.
And Destrehan offense is back on the field after Kyle Edwards scored earlier this quarter.
They take the ball on their 48-yard line.
Pistol formation, here our receiver set. The defense is in a 4-3 with 2 safeties deep.
Believed to be a jump on their right end, number 57, encroachment. So that'll give them easy 5 yards.
That's not a way to start the drive.
If
Alexandria.
If Alexandria wants to come in and win the game, they can't make careless mistakes like that.
Shotgun formation, 3 receiver set.
Looks like they're running the same play again, same formation.
Quick hitch route to number 14, Quentin Toboy, as he breaks a tackle,
Still
3
going.
tackles, still going, and finally pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks as if he was being guarded by either an inside linebacker or a defensive lineman the size of him. So,
It was a great mismatch.
right.
Great job by the quarterback, Jared Blood, noticing the mismatch and going to it. But as a receiver, everyone knows you can catch the ball. It's what you can do after you catch the ball, and he had a great yards after catch.
And I like what he did. Most receivers nowadays are thinking about what they're doing after the play, and they wind up dropping the pass.
Right, looking downfield too early.
Yeah, Quentin just grabbed the ball and went.
As you see him in motion right down the jet sweep.
Put a little jet sweep to the
Great
left.
lead block by Kyle Edwards, the running back.
I give props to Destrehan. I mean, Alexandria rather on that great stop by Quentin.
Yeah.
Most of the time they run that jet sweep, it's going to work.
They did a great job filling the gaps and making Quentin Tobar bounce to the outside and wrap him down. Once again, you see Destrehan offense is in the pistol formation with tight end Carson Ryder in motion. 3 receiver set. And it's a deep pass to Joseph Washington, who already has 3 receptions and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, what a throw. What a way to read the defense. I mean, I even saw Quentin wide open, number 14,
Yes.
on the right side. So,
You gotta wonder if that was just a breakdown in the secondary or they just outran him.
I believe the way they were set up, they ran 3 times in a row. They figured it was going back to the run. They said I think they had about 8 to 9 men in the box, so they're blitzing on that play.
And Jared Budd doing a great job recognizing the 8-9 men in the box and decide to go deep.
Right. On that play, seems to be an offsides again on Alexandria, jumping the snap.
False
Full
start.
start rather,
Yeah.
so back 5 yards.
So, well, being 5 yards back, it looks like they're going to keep their kicker, Philip Stratton, for the extra point. Field goal.
And it's up. It hasn't gone yet. So.
Destrehan doing a great job coming out aggressive in this game. You see a lot of deep passes most of the time. With Destrehan, you see a lot of big runs, and you'll have another flag on the play.
Another flag. I believe if it's another false start, you got to go for 2. It's the only option.
And it is.
Back 5 yards, false start.
Yeah, if you're a Destrehan, you cannot continue with these silly penalties.
They're lucky they're up 13-0 because that was just 10 yards back.
All right.
Philip Stratton has looked good this season, but I don't know if he'll be able to make this one.
Philip Stratton lines up the kick.
That's what it is. There's trickery on the.
And it was almost blocked again. But the kick is up and good.
Good. There's a lot of trickery on Alexandria's special teams. Really quick with the feet, trying to get them to jump. That's how they got them to jump the past 3 times.
With that, the score is 14, Destrehan, Alexandria 0. This production is brought to you by Press Play Productions. We are a team of St. Charles Parish juniors and seniors. Once again, I'm Tariq Johnson.
And I'm Chris Brand.
We'll be right back.
Teachers take pride in knowing that they are part of one of the top parishes in the state. You and I, we are St. Charles Parish Public Schools. Coach Shedd is set to kick off for the Destrehan Wildcats. Keon Jackson, deep for the Trojans.
And we're back as the band plays their alma mater, I believe, their fight song rather. Destrehan is kicking it off. Alexandria deep to receive. And the kick is off. A kick to the left side of the field, touchback. That's a good kick for a high school student. Number 15, I think that's
Philip Strapp, yeah.
It's really good to see. I believe this is Philip's first year of actually playing football.
Yeah, he was actually recruited from the soccer team.
From a soccer, I've been to a few of those soccer games. He's really good.
Got great size for a kicker too.
Right.
As you see, Alexandria offense takes the field after going to 3 and out on their first possession.
We'll see what they're able to do. If they call a quick snap, never mind. Number 6 noticed him.
Shotgun formation. We are receiver set. The defense running a 4-3. Low snap. And it's a handoff to the back, number 13, Michael Ophir.
A gain of about 8 or 9.
That was a great run.
Great run.
He had great blockers on front. Did a great job using his vision to get extra yards.
It's much easier to start. Well, it's actually a first down, but I was about to say their last drive on their first down. I think they only got 3 yards. On this one, way to come out hot and get a first down.
And you see them with a lot of receivers really stretching the field
Right.
horizontally. You see number 5 in motion, Johnny Kelly. And the stagger down by number 99.
Bryce Ciano on that play. It's different to see what Alexandria is doing. They're running a more of a speed kind of thing. Hurry up on everything, but offense and special teams.
But you got to be careful with that because late in the game, that speed, that stuff can wear you down.
Right.
Shotgun formation for our receiver set.
Second and about 11.
Destrehan running 4-3 with 1 safety deep, and it's a handoff to the running back. And great job group tackling by Destrehan. I feel like their team is really feeding off this band.
Right. They've been getting through the line all game long. I think if I was Alexandria, you got to play action. Send a blitz.
Make the defense bite.
And just chuck it.
I think they're not doing a great job spreading the ball like vertical.
Right. Get the ball over the top some and they'll get a lot of less men in the box for Destrehan rather.
They'll send less blitzes. As you see a flag on that play, and it's caught by number 84, Isaiah Hill. But they also have a flag on that play, so you got to wonder what that's on.
It's going to be a holding play. It was holding.
It's declined.
Declined though, so.
It's 4th down. You should see the punt team up. I'm not going to say you will because this season there have been a lot of fake punts.
Right.
So.
Witness a lot of those craziness. That's why I love high school football. You mean the craziness, the fun. You never know what's going to happen next type thing.
Unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
And then look. Oh, and they're doing with this trickery, speed trickery.
Speed.
I think Destrehan was ready for it this time. They already had number 7 back to return the punt. And it was almost blocked again.
That's still a good punt.
Yeah. See, he had 3 defenders in the first.
What I believe what they'll do is eventually Destrehan's going to bite and they're going to put all their men deep. And then Alexandria is just going to keep their men in and just chuck it, you know? There we go.
As you see, the Wildcats offense, hot offense, takes the game.
Hot, that's right.
Takes the field, yeah. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, so they're really rolling.
So you got pistol formation. Didn't mean to steal the words out your mouth, buddy.
Great. And Alexandria showing some aggressiveness.
That's right.
But stopping that from minimum game.
It's a good run.
For a yard. I mean, any positive yards play is a good play. So
Second and 9.
2nd and 9 for Destrehan.
Alexandria with an extra DB in. Must be thinking, and they're going deep again to Quentin Tobar. And our flag is, and I think it is pass interference.
That'll be a pass interference on
Alexandria, you saw the little grab of the jersey, a little tug.
10 yards is better than that 30-yard reception they would have had, so pretty smart. This isn't the NFL, so
Right.
it's not at the spot of the foul for a pass interference. So in his mind, he did the right thing, and I believe he did too.
Right. Save the touchdown.
So it was
Still talking it over. Oh, there you go. Pass interference, Alexandria.
So it'll now be a second and 10. Oh no, first and 10.
First
They
and 10.
messed up the chain gang on that one.
Shotgun formation, 3 wide receiver set. And it's a screen pass to Kyle Evans. Great lead blocked by Quentin Tobar. Great job of Alexandria getting to the ball carrier. They're doing a lot of group tackling as well.
It's always good for Alexandria coming in and being able to tackle like they are. Their defensive line is doing really good. And that's really what's been the key factor in every Destrehan loss so far. Trickery, and as if their opponent's defensive line is able to crash. Both times you saw Destrehan loss this season, the opponents were able to get to JR and to John Emery and stop the run game. So we'll see if they can do that this game.
Handout to Kyle Edwards, straight to the middle.
Just like that. Like we just said, defensive line being able to crash and tackle.
Alexandria's doing a really great job filling the gaps. Because Kyle Edwards is a big guy, and it's very difficult to tackle. But when everybody on the defensive line does their job, filling their gaps, it makes it very difficult to run against their defense.
That is true. So just like that, they got a pistol formation.
For our receiver set.
Miscommunication, I believe.
As a defense is running a 3-4. And it's caught by number 10, Quincy Brown. That's doing a really great job stretching the ball vertically. As you see another first down off a throw attempt.
And I mean, for one good positive for Alexandria, at least when the ball is getting out, they're getting players on. They're not allowing yards after the catch, which is really good.
Yeah, we only saw like one big yards after the catch, and that was from Quentin Tobar earlier on the first drive.
That was just him working his feet. They had so many opportunities to tackle.
Shotgun formation, 3 wide receiver set. Timeout is called by Destrehan. And with that, the score is 14 Destrehan, 0 Alexandria.
With 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter, we'll be right back.
They are here to help you if your home air conditioner is on the fritz. Cajun Comfort offers solutions with high efficiency, innovative equipment, and a 12-year parts and labor warranty. You can schedule your appointment at Cajun Comfort on their website, CajunComfort.com, or by calling 985-764-8191. Cajun Comfort. Final Wildcats would like to thank Kelly Buckwater and all students for their support of Destrehan High Athletics. Safe driving should be rewarded. As all states stand, contact your local agent, all-state agent, Kelly Buckwater at 985-764-3830. You're in good hands with Allstate. Destrehan High School would like to recognize the Sierra Local Manufacturing Complex.
And we're back. Destrehan had gained the first down off of the pass to Quincy Brown. Now they're in the shotgun formation. And you saw a jump from number 83, Joseph Washington. So it will be a false start.
as we mentioned earlier, Joseph Washington, number 83, I believe is a 10th grader, so he's only a sophomore. You get a lot of learning experience when you play like this, and sometimes you're gonna mess up.
All right.
But I like how they're keeping him in and not taking him out, so he's able to reflect off of that false start.
Pistol formation. Hand off to Kyle Edwards. And as once again, you see the aggressiveness by Alexandria, really limiting the rushing yards.
Right.
You can tell they watched a lot of film on Destrehan running an attack, and they're doing a great job just executing the right plays and filling the gap.
Yeah. Destrehan, although they're not being able to run the ball very efficiently in this last few.
You see, and another trickery.
Another trickery by Carson Ryder. It wasn't, I would say it's trickery in a way, but Carson actually grew up playing quarterback. It was just him and JR were always in the same grade, and JR would always beat him out, so he's just finally like, let me just move. And he's really big, so he can play a tight end role.
Right. He actually had the game-winning touchdown in the overtime thriller, Destrehan versus East St. John. So
crazy game.
Crazy game. So he really has nice hands.
He does. He also can throw the ball.
Right.
It's really going to be good when it's come to recruiting time.
Yes. Shotgun formation for our receiver set. And as the screen pass.
Great block by number 69.
And that was a great run by Kyle Edwards. Great job following the block. And they did a great job making something out of nothing. Because I thought JR was just going to throw the ball away with all the pressure in his face.
Right. JR is really good under pressure. We've seen that a lot ever since he was a sophomore when he started quarterback. But once again, I like number 69, Brandon Oob had a great block. If without that, that would have been a behind-the-line tackle.
Shotgun formation, dual running backs, and there's a handoff to Kyle Edwards, but it's taken down by number 58, Jaquarius Kendricks. So they're doing a great job stopping the run. I mean, other than that screen pass, they really never had one big play like that on this drive. So,
although Destrehan is pounding though, they're not running. It's being able to run it well, but I know as soon as Alexandria stops sending men in the box,
I'm gonna go straight up the middle.
Straight up the middle. So you never know. It's really hard to predict against Destrehan's offense.
Especially when they're working so great like this. And the quarterback keeps.
Men in the box, Alexandria's defensive line is just towering over Destrehan's line. The only way Destrehan has been able to block so far this game is just being quick.
Right.
And that'll be the last play of the first quarter.
With the score 14, Destrehan 0, Alexandria. We'll be right back.
And just like that, we're back. Just like every quarter change, swap sides of the field. So Destrehan's on left side of the field now. They got a man in motion with Quentin Tolbert. Put them right next to JR. Play action. They're going out.
Great job by the defensive line by Alexandria. Because if you saw at the top right side, you had Joseph Washington really open. But he did a great job containing the quarterback, making him come back in and getting the sack. And it would be 4 down.
Let's see what they do. It seems as if they're sending out
Philip Stratton.
Philip Stratton, right? Great. I give props to Alexandria because they were able to stop and Destrehan received the ball inside of their own territory and they were able to stop them and hold them to a field goal as we just seen right there.
And
So
Philip Stratton makes a 37-yard field goal. With the score 17, Destrehan 0, Alexandria. We'll be right back.
and just like that, we're back. Destrehan is now leading 17-0 as Philip Stratton comes back to boot the ball off.
And number 4 back to return for Alexandria. That is Keon Gatson.
Whistle blows. Clock starts rolling. Kick is off. Another great kick inside the 5.
And it's returned by Keon Gatson. And I don't know if it worked. Clearly it didn't. I mean, they went for the strip the first time. The defense of Destrehan, they went for the strip. But Keon Gatson did a great job. Just if he felt the ball was coming out, did a great job just falling to the ground,
Right.
making sure he's down.
So Destrehan's already ready on the field. They're not going to let Alexandria's speed affect them in any way.
Chris, if being down 3 possessions, three scores, how would you attack Destrehan's defense?
I mean, we mentioned earlier you just got to let the game plan roll, but you're down 17 points.
Yeah.
You got to start throwing the ball like that.
And it was deflected by a great catch by number 5, Johnny Kelly.
But you also can't keep doing what Alexandria's been doing. Their deepest throw has been for 5 yards. All you have to do for Destrehan's defense then is just step up and you got them. You have to go deep. You have to you have to go vertical so Destrehan safeties will stay back. Let's see if they can do it right here because they're throwing the ball. No men in the backfield. Never mind, 13's in motion.
Michael Orfrey. And it's a handoff. Currently taken down by number 99. Yeah, it seems to me like Alexandria is playing too conservative, and they're not throwing the ball as much to stretch the field. But you see a pistol formation, 4 wide receiver set. Destrehan with a 4-3, with 1 safety deep.
With Alexandria never playing, they don't really play teams down here in South Louisiana, being that they're in Central Louisiana. So maybe their scheme they're running right now may work. Hey, look, they're going deep. But this scheme they've been working.
It was deflected down by number 51, Jay Collins. The defensive line of Destrehan is doing a great job. That's the second deflected pass of this drive. So they're doing a great job stretching their hand.
A great tip by number 51 on that play. And with this being a St. Charles Parish production, Hahnville also had a game today, and they're playing right now, and it's 7-7, Hahnville and Denham Springs. So the winner of that game, I don't recall who they play, but I believe the winner of this game is going to play Denham Springs, right? The winner of this game is going to play either Barb or Parkway.
This should be an exciting game.
Parkway is ranked number 23 maybe, and Barb is ranked 8. So that'll be a good game. It really depends on who wins out of that game, who's home, and Hey,
If it co-
if that stands, that may change the momentum of this game.
huge momentum swing for Alexandria.
We'll have to find the white cap to see what the play is. I can't really. Oh, there he is, discussing it midfield.
And
Look,
the offense is
staying on the field. So it looks
yeah,
like was on
Alexandria.
Alexandria.
So just like that, Destrehan will keep possession of the ball. 1st and 10.
First and 10. What a what a good game we have going though. I love playoff football, especially in Louisiana, one of the best high school states in Louisiana for football.
Great job by Kyle Edwards breaking a tackle and turning in a tackle for a loss of yards and the gain of 1. So great job. But you really see the defensive line of Alexandria getting past the O line with ease and stopping the run.
Right. And as I was mentioning earlier with loving high school football, it's a great show up for Alexandria. It doesn't look like there's a lot of people, but I mean Alexandria is 3.5 hours away. And for that many fans to be here is just why I love football.
Throw deep,
Deep.
and he
Overthrow.
slightly overthrow Quentin Tollbar. And Quentin really put the burners on.
That would have been a touchdown.
He got past everybody in the secondary.
JR just slightly overthrew him, but that play actually had more positives than what you think it would
Right.
because now
Had- He had a nice pocket. Clean throw, set his feet, and just let it rip. It's just too bad that he overthrew him.
yeah, and if just like that, now the safeties are dropping back further. So now Destrehan could potentially run the ball more.
Forced JR out the pocket and is tackled down after a gain of 3. Gain of 4, excuse me.
And just like that, Destrehan really didn't do anything off of that pass interference call called on Alexandria. So they'll have to come and send out their kicker number 43.
And Puka Williams just scored a 7-yard touchdown in the Hahnville and Denham Springs game. So Hahnville's leading 14-7.
Yeah, when I heard about that 7-7 score between Denham Springs and Hahnville, it was almost too good to be true. Hahnville's just way too hot on offense. Been like for the past 5 games.
And after this punt, it was a great bounce. And I believe it will be fielded at the 13-yard line.
And now Alexandria takes the field, see what they're able to do. They've been able to get some yardage slightly on offense. Maybe they'll be able to come out hot, but they're inside of their own 20, so got over 80 yards to drive the field.
Well, you see an empty backfield with 5 receivers stretch, so they look like they're going to attempt to stretch the defense out and push the safeties back.
Looks like they're doing it audible. Miscommunication.
Drop backs to Pep. Oh, it was a screen, and it's dropped by number 12, Jorian Valian.
But there's a penalty on that play. I'll have to see what it is. He's calling it right now.
And it's actually on Alexandria. So it makes it even harder for them. They already started off in their own territory, deep in their own territory. With that flag, you just push them back. But I like the idea of the 5 receiver set. It's really stretch the defense.
You really, with that 5 receiver set, you really could have went either way on that bubble screen that they did.
And not just the bubble screen, you could have had like end screen, like the receiver on the end just cut back in. But defense looked like they're setting a blitz. And there you go. You see the end screen right there. Number 12 doing a great job breaking tackles. Great hit by number 30.
And way to get the yards back.
And you see, even though they got the 5 receiver set, they're really not stretching the ball vertical. Still going with the horizontal pass.
And then just like that, I believe it is now another flag that we didn't see apparently, or the refs are just talking.
And they're discussing it.
So we got second and about 1 or 2. Oh wait, they have a penalty. They're calling it. It's on Destrehan.
Personal foul. And I think this will be an automatic first down for Alexandria.
Both teams are confused on what just happened. I'm confused just as well. I have no clue what's going on. Players are just as confused.
The refs are still talking.
I mean, you got some players on the field playing with their hair and just like don't know what's going on.
And this will be a first down for Alexandria.
Hey, they doing good, just playing smart football, and hopefully they'll benefit off of Destrehan's mistakes. Destrehan, those not looking too well on defense. You get a team inside of your own 15-yard line, you have to get a 4 and out and get the ball in great field position.
You see a pistol formation through receiver set. And then hand off to number 7, Juan Stafford.
Gain of about 2 or 3 on that one.
Very surprising with inside of 5 minutes in the second quarter. Very surprising to see them run. But then again, 4 minutes is a lighter time with the ball to score before halftime. Shotgun formation through receiver set.
Play action, outside.
Screen to the number 15.
Oh.
Brandon 20.
I saw that coming. Once you get out of bounds, you got to stop tackling. You got to fall off, and apparently
Did they call the flag?
they called the flag on them. Could have went either way, honestly.
I believe it will be a first down. Yep, an extra 15 yards for a late hit.
Personal foul. Not Hahnville. Alexandria rather has to benefit off of these kind of plays.
Yeah, they got to capitalize on
30 yards alone on this drive just in penalties.
pistol formation. Through receiver set. And then hand off to number 86, Freddie Price.
Pretty fast little guy right there.
Yeah, it came around the corner so quick. And if he'd have had probably one more blocker, he probably could have taken that for even more yardage.
Right. So we got a 2nd and 5, 6.
With a shotgun formation, 4 receiver set. The defense looks like they were sending a blitz. It's a screen pass to number 5.
I was just about to mention when you blitz like that, you're not going to have any men over the top to help out your receivers, or your corners rather. So it's just a man-on-man coverage. So you better hope your defense is able to guard.
And a great job with the screen choice on that play is a quick way to get the ball out there quick instead of taking the sack, because they sunned a lot at the quarterback just now.
Right. And it is now 3rd and a hair, seems like. The chain link's coming out to measure.
And it's a first down. So Alexandria doing a great job moving the ball up the field, using the penalties to their advantage.
That's right.
They're knocking on the door of the red zone.
Right. First down. I don't remember if you mentioned that, but the first down. Seems as if that when the chain gang came out, they gave them a first down. So you got 3 minutes and 4 seconds inside, almost in their red zone. What's your running right here, Tyreek?
I will go with the run. It's been working so far in this thing, the inside run.
Right.
Or we've seen a lot of screen plays.
Mm-hmm.
Just try to mix it up, and you see flags come out on the field.
Once again, personal foul probably on Destrehan, which will give them another 15 yards. 45 yards alone on penalties for Destrehan just on this drive.
And they started actually on their own 13-yard line coming into this drive.
Right.
So 45 penalties.
We have a replay on this showing what just took place. So as you can see, you'll be able to see the personal foul on that one.
Must
Easy
have
call.
had trash talk. Got in the player's head, and they got in a little tussle
Right.
as the flag was thrown in. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receiver set. The defense is in the 4-3. And this handoff to number 7, Juan Stafford.
The only thing with Alexandria, though, is the clock's ticking. You got 2 minutes left. You better start hurrying the ball up. You can't take 25 seconds between each play.
Right. And you saw earlier how they was fast to the ball and doing with a lot of trickery plays trying to keep Destrehan on their feet. You got to wonder if that came into fatigue for them.
The speed's slowing them down, I guess. They're just waiting for halftime to get that Gatorade in their system.
Get their one back up.
Uh-huh.
Pistol formation, 3 wide receiver set, number 5. Johnny Kelly set in motion, and it goes deep to number 12.
Touchdown, Alexandria. What a throw.
Great catch by Jorian Valen.
Perfect over-the-shoulder throw.
And they finally decide to go deep on the throw, and it works out in the touchdown.
I was just reading the defense. Once again, they sent too many men in the box, so it was just a man-on-man defense. And great read by the quarterback as the other guy was, I believe, a few inches, maybe 3 to 4 inches taller than the DB. So
Great job.
Great job, right.
Lob it up and let the big man get it.
So just like that, it's now only a 2-possession game.
With the score, Alexandria 7, Destrehan 17. We'll be right back. And we're back with number 85, set to kick it off. Clay Landry. And deep to return for Destrehan's number 7, Don Charles Smith. And just waiting on the referee to rock with the ball to get this kick underway. Destrehan with 2 returns deep, number 7, Don Charles Smith, and number 14, Quentin Tobar.
So, I believe, if I can get it correctly, Alexandria will get the ball in the second half, right?
Yes, they will.
So if they can if they can stop him, which
Don Charles Smith breaks free, and you see him. Great job by number 85, the kicker, Clay Landry, by slowing him down. That was a great return
right.
for Don Charles Smith. And
As I was gonna mention though, um, if Alexandria can stop Destrehan, get the ball back, run the clock out, and they come back in the second half, if they can drive down the field and score, it's a brand new ball game. But with that return, we don't know because Destrehan's now got the ball on Alexandria's 39, and
they had 3 possessions so far, and they scored all 3 times. No, excuse me, they had the ball 4
four
times,
times right.
and they scored 3 out of the 4. 75% scoring is real good. So, and you see, screen to Kyle Edwards,
Little trickery, good, gotta
and
give him
great
that.
job getting out of bounds to stop the clock.
Great.
So great job with the ball. I mean, time management by Edwards. And being inside 2 minutes of this first half and starting off with great field position for Destrehan, how you think they're gonna play this?
I mean, you're gonna come out hot like this until they stop you, and once they stop you, you're just gonna chew the clock. Or at least that's what I would do in Madden.
And I don't think that the Joseph Washington got out of bounds to stop the clock, or he did.
But it's okay because it's a first down.
Right, and the clock stops anyway.
In high school, once it's a first down, the clock will stop until they set the ball back down, and now the clock's gonna start ticking again.
Shotgun formation. Three wide receiver set. This defense is actually sending only 4. As you see, they normally have a lot of people in the box. Screen pass to Kyle Edwards, kind of high. Great block by number 83, Joseph Washington. And he's finally pushed out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Excuse me, the 8.
You can't put a lot of men in a box whenever they're throwing bubble screens like this. You gotta have your safeties out more, which
And,
they're failing to do.
and I believe that was an outside linebacker on Kyle Edwards.
Great matchup rather for
Right.
Destrehan. So there, JR, you're learning as he's been playing for
Right.
these past years. He's learning a lot of football IQ, which is really good. Maybe he'll get recruits like that for the future because of his IQ.
And that was a nice handoff for a gain of 3. I believe a timeout is called. I just don't know about here. I believe it was Destrehan with the score 17 Destrehan, 7 Alexandria. We'll be right back. And we're back with the score 17 Destrehan, 7 Alexandria with 30 seconds left and second and goal after the 3-yard run from Kyle Edwards. Shotgun formation.
30 seconds left, so you never know what they're gonna do if they're gonna
No.
run it or pass it.
And the play action pass, wide open Carson Ryder, as we was talking about earlier in this game. Touchdown, Alexandria. I mean, Destrehan.
Now, as a watching this game, Alexandria just has a whole new mindset they have to go into
Right.
halftime with now. They could have went into halftime with the mindset we're only down by 2 possessions. We can score in the first when we get the ball, and then we're good.
But Alexandria left Carson Ryder wide open.
Right.
Great read by JR just to dump it off over the top. And that's the same play they used to defeat East St. John in the overtime when the play action little toss over the top.
That also won the magical game last year of Destrehan and Mandeville
Right.
in overtime.
So
Oh,
with that score, the score is 24, Destrehan, 7, Alexandria. We'll be right back.
and we're back as Philip Stratton goes to kick off the ball.
And
Been
it's a
great
square
kicking.
kick.
It's good kick. It perfect efficiency of what the reason was to kick that ball.
Right. That, and you don't want that risk of run back going into the thing. And that's a flag on the field. And usually in kickoff situations, normally a clipping or blocking the back on the receiving team.
So just like that, they're gonna have the ball. 17 seconds left. Probably be one play. Run the
A
ball.
nail down.
Kneel down. Run the ball.
Just to get the clock down to 0 for halftime. This production is brought to you by Press Play Productions. We're a team of St. Charles Parish juniors and seniors. Once again, I'm Tariq Johnson.
And I'm Chris Brand.
We'll go back to this game.
So this seems to be like it'll be the final play of the game.
They stretching them out. You might see a Hail Mary attempt for a receiver set, shotgun formation. And it's a handoff to number 7, Juan Stafford. And he's still going. Great block on that play.
Hey, first down. Clock stops.
Great run. Now, at this point in the game with 9 seconds left, after that great run, by the way, does that change your approach about just running a timeout, or do you try to score after that great run?
Well, I mean, they do have 3 timeouts, but there's 9 seconds left, so these timeouts mean nothing. The only way they'll be able to use one of these timeouts if they do a quick out pass.
Yeah.
But the only reason you'd want to do a quick out pass is if you're trying to get a few extra yards for your field goal kicker.
Or if you go deep. Like deep plays normally last average of 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And if it's catch inside the thing, you got 3 seconds left, was to kick a field goal or go for it, the touchdown. So it's a lot of things they can do with 9 seconds and 3 timeouts.
Yep.
And empty backfield, 5 receivers set.
Looks like just chucking it. Prevent defense for Destrehan. First time they've had a man more than 10 yards back.
And
screen. Oh.
Incomplete with 4 seconds left. They got time for one more play, and I believe it will be a nail down.
Seems as if Alexandria was about to set something up, but
Number 51, Jay Collins, did a great job.
Yeah.
Putting pressure on the quarterback. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receiver set. Defense still in prevent.
Just hands it off, trying to go into halftime, you know.
And
and just like that, halftime, 24-7. But before that, we're gonna toss it down to Gabby Woods, our sideline reporter.
Is it too low? No. Thanks, guys. Alexandria's quarterback Ben Hessany, number 10, has so far this season thrown 1,300 yards and 8 touchdowns. However, Destrehan has only held him to only 1 touchdown here tonight. During halftime, hopefully Alexandria's coach Bachman will help Ben to be better in the second half. I'll be back with more updates.
Thanks, Gabby. With that, the score is 7, Alexandria 24 Destrehan. We'll be right back for the second half kickoff.
Some scores for playoff action across the state. At halftime, Alexandria 21, Union Parish 14. At halftime, Archbishop Hammond 17, Vanderbilt Catholic 13. At halftime, Covington 21, Thibodeau nothing. At halftime, Hahnville 21, Devon Springs 7. At halftime, Holy Cross 17, St. Paul's 13. At halftime, John Eric 26, Houghton 7. At the half, Fletcher 17, Salmon 7. Also at the half, St. Aug 12, Jesuit nothing. Halftime, Zachary 24, Vanderbilt nothing. Also at the half, Washita Parish 29, Terrebonne nothing. Weston 21, E.C. John 7 at the half. In the third quarter, Neville 14, Woodlawn 13. Correction. Neville 14, Woodlawn 3. At halftime, Vermilion Catholic 40s, St. Martin's Episcopal nothing. At the half, Crowley 13, Albany 12. At the half, Belle Chase 21, Plaquemine 6. At the half, Catholic Point 27, Central Catholic 6. At the half, Welsh 55, Springfield nothing. Half, Selma 21, North Shore nothing. At the half, Rumble 35, C.E. Bird 21. Second quarter, Warren Easton 21, Karen Ford nothing. At the half, St. James 33, Marksville nothing. First quarter, Covington 12, Lafayette Christian 7. At the half, Airline 14, Chalmette 7. At the half, Walker 7. Landry Walker 6. At the half, Edie White 21, St. Louis Catholic 6. At the half, Parkview Baptist 27, Lesher Charter nothing. At the half, Bird 14, Eunice 7. In the first quarter, Rain 34, Cox nothing. At the half, Carver 6, Bastrop nothing. At the half, North DeSoto 21, Assumption nothing. In the third quarter, McDonough 35, 13, Minden nothing. At the half, Iowa 17, South Lafourche nothing. At the half, Independence 40, Lakeside 8. At the half, St. Thomas Aquinas 14, Ascension Episcopal 6. At the half, Slidell 24, Dutchtown 7. At the half, Arcadia 40, White Castle 8. At the half, Lakeshore 42, Pearl River nothing. In the second quarter, St. Thomas North 28, St. Michael 6. At the half, Riverside 13, North Lake Christian 7. First quarter, first half, Baltimore and McKinley. At the half, Country Day 7, Episcopal 7. First quarter, Catholic 22, Kip Renaissance 7. At the half, East Ascension 14, East Jefferson 7. In the second quarter, Washington Marion 8, Alonzo 7. At the half, Iota 28, Patterson 14. Second quarter, Catholic 17, Archbishop Troy nothing. In the second quarter, the Dome 35, Hope Valentine the second Catholic nothing. The final score last night, Ascension Catholic 63, Homer Christian 7. Last night, Edna Core 54, Buckeye 14. The winner of tonight's game between Destrehan and Alexandria will play the winner of Barb and Parkway. At the half, Barb 38,
Backcourt 6.
Please welcome back to 2017 Wildcats. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Alexandria.
Strap set to kick off for the Fighting Wildcats. At the court, deep for the Trojans.
We're back in the second half. Destrehan did a great job with the error attack. In the first half, did a great job spreading the field. The quarterback Gerald Love did a great job setting his feet before he started making some nice passes.
Right.
Number 21 to the turn was kicked. Darius Clark.
He's been doing a lot. That's the same guy who called you an interception.
And he got
JR.
called back, yeah.
Got called back.
And looked like we have an injured player on the field.
Oh, never looks good. The way he's
Never
moving.
good.
I can't tell who it is, but hope he gets better.
Right.
Number,
Hopefully it's just some cramps or something, nothing too serious.
yeah. But sadly, by the way he was moving, it doesn't look like it was just a cramp.
Right. It's never good to see this injury in any sport. I just hope he's okay. And I didn't see how he was hurt or what accident.
But since they're down, we could discuss. What was your key noticing from Alexandria in the first half?
I like the way they use different plays, combination of plays to keep it to score on a scoring drive. You saw a couple of screens, a bubble screen and the end screen. You saw play action pass, and then it went deep and
Yeah.
scored. Number 12, Jorian Valen. So that was a great thing. That was a great play. They did it. I would like to see them mix their play calling up like they did on that drive. Some more in the second half.
If they can, like you mentioned earlier, if they could mix up play calling more often, they could. I think they have a chance of coming back. I don't know if they'll be able to win the game,
And
but they have a chance of coming back.
the defensive line is playing great for Alexandria.
Mm-hmm.
They can get a couple of stops without blitzing. Because if you got like a dominant front four in the defense, you don't have to send the extra guys to blitz because they're already getting through the line. So you can keep some back in coverage. So if they can start getting some stops, they'll be bagging this ball game.
Man, still see number 22. I believe that. I can't tell what number it is, but he's still down. Really hope he's gets good as well.
Great show of sportsmanship for both teams taking the knee.
Right. Getting up right now. I can't tell who it is. We'll be able
Number 53.
53. I'll tell you who that is momentarily. Once I find that. Well, 53 is Caleb Flaherty.
Yeah, I hope it's not too serious.
Yeah. Probably take him over to the medical area and check him out. Really
It's great to see him walking on his own. So see the pistol formation by the offense.
Man in motion.
For our receiver set.
No one's picking him up, so see what they do over there.
And I thought they was going for a screen. If that was a screen right there, I'm pretty sure that would have been a touchdown because nobody picked up the man in motion. It was just man-to-man, two blockers against two defenders.
Even if that wouldn't have been a screen, if they just sort of ran a vertical and split them all up, eventually no one would have picked them up. I mean, part of me really thinks number 10 can't throw the ball that deep. His farthest throw was 8 yards, which was a lob in the end zone.
And you gotta wonder if number 10, Ben Hensey, really saw the mismatch on that last play because instead of calling the audible, he stick with the run.
Yeah. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, not being able to throw the ball, just like that underthrow, nearly picked off. So maybe that's why they're keeping it short, just because he can't throw.
And he has two big receivers in number 12, Destrehan Valen, who had the touchdown earlier, and number 15, Brandon Quinney. So he got some big guys, and the defenders are not as big as them. So you wonder why they're not throwing them the ball.
Yeah. Man in motion right here. Probably going to hand a note. Play action.
Goes deep.
Goes deep. He throws it deep for the first time.
And there's a flag.
Pass interference on the defense. Probably be on number 2 or 1.
8.
8, rather. Can't see that far. Which is Jalen Smothers. But we'll have to wait and see. It may be called on offense, honestly.
I saw his hand on the shoulder pad, but no telling really.
But even if it's a pass interference on defense, I don't think he could have called it either way. So.
Right. So.
Let's see what they call is. The rest are all huddled up.
The only thing I saw was that number 15, Brandon Quinney, had his hand on the shoulder pad of number 8. So, I mean, I don't think that's, they waved the flag off. So I just think that was enough to call a pass interference because, like you said, the ball wasn't catchable. But great showcase of their arm that we've been waiting for our game.
They're trying to hurry it up as if the kicking team's coming out. I'm telling you. Mark my words, eventually that will mess up Destrehan, and Alexandria will have at least a 15-yard play off of it.
And a high punt.
Terrible punt on that one.
I think it was out at the 49-yard line, the 50-yard line, excuse me, midfield.
Midfield.
For Destrehan starting off with this field position, up 3 scores. You gotta like it.
That's really what's benefited Destrehan a lot this game. Starting field position. Although Alexandria has had great field position as well, except for one play, but it seems like the one time they didn't have good field position, they drove down 80-something yards and scored. So,
Right.
jump on the line for number 76.
Jacoby and Guillory. That was an obvious offside. And that brings us back to the first half. A lot of penalties for both teams.
Right.
And like on the possession that Alexandria scored, they gave up 45 yards from penalties. So both teams got to do a better job of limiting turnovers. There's a handoff to Kyle Edwards, and like we were discussing earlier, the front four from Alexandria doing a great job stopping the run.
And as we mentioned earlier with the penalties, if either one of these teams want to make it far in the playoffs, potentially to the Superdome, you're gonna have to be able to stop making these careless mistakes. That's hurting yourself. What is 2nd and 5? J.R. Blood in the backfield with 2 men next to him.
Shotgun formation, 3 receivers set. Quick hitch route to number 10, Quincy Brown.
Quincy Brown, yeah.
Destrehan doing a great job mixing things up on their play calling. You'll see a jet sweep, a quick pass, deep pass, inside run, or a quarterback scramble, excuse me.
So first down. After just looking at it though, I believe many of Destrehan's receivers happen to be in 10th grade.
And Quincy Brown and Joseph Washington.
So that shows how long Destrehan has with these players to be able to develop them, get them good, and by their senior year, if Destrehan has a quarterback, which I don't know who their backup is and what grade he's in, they can make a run for it just on solely their offense, just on their receivers. And I believe, is their backup running back?
Kyle Edwards.
Kyle Edwards,
is also,
is he a sophomore or a junior?
I believe he's a sophomore.
With number 27. Yep, sophomore.
So, yeah.
So they have a long future ahead of them with these 3 players alone. And, oh, here we go, Ty Boyne, the quarterback, number 10th grade.
Deep pass intended for Quentin Tobar. Great defense by number 33, Cedric Davis. As we was talking about the different variety of play calling, you just saw the deep pass. So it's 3rd and 8. What call you think they're going to go with?
Either a jet sweep or a play action. Jet sweep's been working a lot for them.
Yeah.
But, it would be key for Alexandria if they can force Destrehan to get out. Like a 3-and-out. Like
Or a turnover.
Or a turnover. Oh.
And a sack by number 79, Jared Bird. And with that sack, that takes them out of field goal range.
Yeah,
so it's a punt. So great job, and you called it. So
honestly, Alexandria won on that possession.
Right.
They had to punt the ball.
Horrible.
Gave it to them at the 50-yard line.
And
great field position for Destrehan, and they did nothing with it.
But you know what? It could be a fake.
Hey, that'd be crazy. But it is high school football, so you never know. But Alexandria is sending 9 people, so maybe
A great kick.
Fair catch.
by number 21,
I,
Darius Clark.
I like how we caught that though.
Yeah.
You don't catch it, they're getting the ball inside there. I say inside their 5-yard line. So with that catch,
Right.
great, better field position, not good field position, but it's better.
Yeah, you would have had, the punt had a great backspin on it.
So now it is 1st and 10 for Alexandria Trojans. They see if they can change anything up from their last drive. Their last drive didn't really work out well for them, so
They did go deep, though.
once.
Yeah, they stretched the field out.
Stretch the field. And as you can tell, that's benefiting them because now they have a safety deep. Well, not
Yeah.
really deep, but 10 yards. Bubble screen left side. Oh, nope.
It's a handoff to number 7, Juan Stafford.
They had a perfect opportunity to go to a bubble screen to the left side.
Yeah. And you see number 7, Juan Stanford, hobbles off the field, being replaced by number 6, Olga Stillman.
So let's see what they're going to do here. Play action, boom. Screen.
Screen to number 12, Jorian Belden.
Gain of about 8 on that play. That was great, honestly.
Great execution.
Great execution. Now you got a 3rd and short. You can go either or now, run or pass. Though if I was Alexandria, play action pass right here.
Right. Make the defense bite and go deep.
That's what I would do, but we're going to have to wait and see.
The defense is actually sending some blitzes, but it was a handoff. And I believe it will be a 1st down.
See, perfect execution. That's all about what that out screen was about.
Right. And you see the stacked receivers, one behind each other. You got to be thinking and going for another screen. Oh, man,
Jet sweep.
and he slips number 5.
I almost feel like that was a trick play. He was throwing the ball.
Yeah, I thought he was going for receiver throw. Johnny Kelly slipped on there. That's your head. Keep it one safety deep. You look like they're going with the same play. I mean, they're in the same formation with the stacked receiver. And fake handoff, caught by number 12. Great hit by number 7, Don Charles Smith. That's your defense doing a great job forcing 3rd down, even though in the last 3rd down, Alexandria converted, but they're doing a great job making Alexandria earn it.
3rd and 5, and outright. Ooh, would have been a 1st down because you could tell that block. I
Yeah.
can't tell what number he is. 86 maybe.
84.
84 had a great block.
Isaiah Hill, but the pass was too high. I don't know if he kind of rushed the throw or didn't set his feet to make a proper throw. That pass was kind of high. I just see the little trickery thing with the.
Just the high pass is what
Yeah.
killed that play.
Destrehan with 1 man deep. John Charles Smith. Low snap. And there's a great punt.
At the 39.
No miss, and he's actually dropped down at the 31-yard line. The 32, excuse me. Great punt return defense.
Yeah. The trickery didn't really work again, but I'm telling you it's going to happen. When it happens, it's going to be great.
And that gives Destrehan offense a chance with the ball.
Attend all home games for all sports. All sports pass will be available to all home games within the varsity, junior varsity,
year freshman at a discounted price. Please see the DHS online website for more information or to purchase a pass. DHS Athletic Pass.
Three-yard receiver set, shotgun formation. Defense in the 4-3. Look like they're sending the extra blitzer number 4. Keon Gatson.
Kyle Edwards at center. Gain of 2.
Gain of 2 on that play.
Man, these runs, Alex is not doing good. Alexandria is doing a great job filling their gaps, clogging up the run. Because last week, they had over 100, and Destrehan had over 150 yards rushing for the past 2 weeks. So, doing a great job stopping the run.
I spoke to Alexandria's defensive line coach actually, and he said they thought they had a game plan for tonight on defending the run. And, hey, they may be
Working pretty
losing.
good.
They may be losing 24-7, but they're stopping the run.
Right. And a great job by Destrehan to be versatile. Yeah, you can stop the run, but they had a tremendous passing game.
William Anderson. J.Q. Kendricks in the tackle. 39-7 at the 39.
Let's see what Destrehan could do on this play.
Pistol formation, 3-yard receiver set. Defense in the 4-3. Play action pass to Kyle Everett. Makes Gerald scrambles, and he is sacked by number 76. Jacobian Guillory with his second sack of the game. Once again, you see the tremendous D-line play from Alexandria with his second sack in the second half.
Honestly, their defense is going to step up this half, I can tell you. They'll only allow maybe 1 more touchdown. If Alexandria's offense can improve, it'll be a tough game. I'm not saying Destrehan will be able to pull it out. I'm not saying Alexandria will be able to pull it out, but it'll be a lot closer.
Alexandria's defense is doing great. Probably had a great pep talk in the locker room. There's a great point there by Destrehan.
It's down at the 21-yard line.
Alexandria also will take the ball on the 21-yard line.
Let's see what Alexandria can do here. They may be able to step it up on this play, on this drive, I feel.
Airprox is a world-leading industrial gases company in operation for over 75 years. Airprox is also the world's leading supplier of liquefied natural gas.
Alexandria needs to get a passing game going, not just screen passes.
Coaching staff would like to
Out
thank
route
Lance
slants. See some more passes from them to spread the ball vertical instead of horizontally.
Yeah.
I think if they do that and continue their run game, the play action pass will open up. The defense is running a 4-3 defense, often with an empty backfield, 5 receiver set, excuse me.
Just like that. Alexandria will take it makes it a man in motion, yeah, that's what they'll do. Boom.
Start by number 12.
Alexandria is being able to throw the ball more proficiently this quarter, and that's what they need.
That was a great catch and run.
I mean, they say the run always sets up the pass, but Alexandria is maybe doing the complete opposite right now. Their passing game will set up the running game eventually.
Passing and run will set up the correct pass. Right now they're breaking Hahnville, great group and catches. 5 receivers set in the backfield.
Bubble screen, there we go. A gain of about 4, which is proficient on a first down. You set up a second and shorter, get 1 or 2 yards here, third and short. Super easy, much easier than a third and long.
Second down and 7 at the 33.
Toss to the outside.
Against the Trojans.
Going back though, penalty on Alexandria.
18 second down.
I think the call was holding, I believe.
Third quarter score.
Now it's second and long. Here's what you do in this situation. You don't want to it's not a first down type of play right here. You want to get back to at least third and 10 to make it a lot more manageable. So maybe a run. I say just run it up the gut.
I think they should go with a play action pass and goes deep to number 12 or number 15. Both are big receivers.
Right. As they do. See?
And he slips. I think he was trying to make too much happen in the open field instead of just running.
Well, Alexandria's field is actually grass, and this is a turf field. So most central Louisiana fields don't have turf like we do down here in South Louisiana. So it is very different to come and play on a grass field to a turf field.
But as you saw in that last route, he had like 3-4 yards between him and the defender. So he could have easily gained like 3 yards, then try to go with a move, or at least a step on him.
Right.
So 86 there in motion. 7 feet, goes deep to the 15. And
Still going to the 30.
That's what I call working exceptionally on the slant play. Great catch by number 15, Brandon Quinley. Excuse me.
Now just imagine how different this game would be if Alexandria scores right here, but Destrehan didn't score on that last drive of the first half.
Right. Oh, the score would be a 14-17. So
we'll have to see what Alexandria's able to do though.
Man in motion. And the toss to number 6.
Oh, ran into his own player.
Ogie Sylvan. And then lost 2 yards. A yard. So I think we should continue with the slants. As they work for 20+ yards. So great job using the slant. Didn't like to run after the catch. He's a big guy, so he's not the fastest player. And that would do it.
We're going to toss it down to our sideline reporter, Gabby Woods.
Has been winning against their past few opponents for 7 weeks in a row. Destrehan has also been winning right now with a score of 24-7. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Gabby. And just like that, we have 12 more minutes left of this first half, this first week of playoff football. Destrehan leads 24-7. We'll have to see what Alexandria is able to do in these last 12 minutes. I mean, their defense has stepped up amazingly in this past quarter. I believe they've only allowed maybe 1 or 2 first downs, which is unheard of, honestly, for someone trying to stop Destrehan's offense.
And their offense seems to be clicking with the long slant pass to Brandon.
Right.
You gotta wonder if they will keep going to the passing game or they'll try to get their running game. Look in our production trailer.
This production is brought to you by Press Play Productions. We are a team of St. Charles Parish juniors and seniors. Once again, I'm Chris Brand, joined by Tyreek Hill. Not Tyreek Hill, sorry. Tyreek Johnson. I was thinking wide receiver for the
Kansas City
Chiefs. Chiefs, right? Boom! Who it happens to be Daniel Riley. But also could have went to 6 for Alexandria if they would have thrown it out. That dude was wide open. Yeah.
Wide open. I think if you would put a little bit more power into it and kind of lob it up a little bit,
touchdown.
Touchdown.
That's all right. Third manageable right here. Even if they don't score, they could be in field goal range. Depending on how good their kicker is. Haven't seen them.
He steps up in the pocket.
You can't get sacked. Big.
No,
he caught it! Touchdown, Alexandria. Number 12.
That was...
Man, I honestly thought that was an interception.
I thought it was a pick six. I mean, a pick, man. Pick six.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to show a replay on this one. Take a look. As you can see, just drop back throws it.
Industrial Services is a proud sponsor.
Special thanks to
Alexandria's going back out to kick off the ball. After just scoring on a phenomenal catch. Honestly, Sports Center top 10.
Top 10.
Somebody send this to ESPN.
That catch, he displayed a little bit of grown man right there.
Right.
Just catching it. You see an onside kick, and the ball is still free, I believe. Covered by Destrehan. So, one dangerous thing about the onside
But at this point, that's your only option. You have 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter, so.
And the defense did a great job in the second half. The Alexandria defensive line is controlling this game so far in the second half for Alexandria. The 2 major sacks by Jacoby and Willer. And to Kyle. Stop for
At this drive, I can almost tell you next play will be a run. And if they don't get a first down, it's going to be a play action pass.
Yeah, I think they can go more around. I agree with you with the run and the play action pass. So I think if they get a first down, next week you'll see a lot of runs to run the time.
Yeah. They're not trying to, well, at this point, they're not trying to score per se. That's not their main priority. Their main priority is to get as much time off the clock as possible.
See Kyle Edwards, excuse me, set in motion.
They're going to throw it.
There's a fake.
It's going deep.
And it's a play action, pass interference.
Yeah. I mean, as we mentioned earlier, though, that play action pass, not play action pass, that pass interference, worth it. You have to say it's worth it.
Yeah, and clearly engaged, but he clearly engaged with the receiver before the ball came on. Hahnville leads Denham Spring 28-14, and Puka Williams has 4 touchdowns in that game to lead the Tigers above Denham Spring. So
Typical Hahnville High School football then. Puka having all the touchdowns, you know. I think he's second in the metro area with the rushing yards, and third, or not third, first in touchdowns, and he's only played the second half 5 out of his 10 games.
yeah, he is second.
How many yards does he have?
1,734 with 23 touchdowns, but he's leading the metro area in touchdowns. So
That's crazy.
yeah,
And for only playing 5 of the 10 games, the second half,
right. So
insane. And a few of those games are probably ones that they lost, so
right.
they weren't really relying on him.
He was sick in the Brother Martin game when they lost 20-6.
Yeah.
So pretty good.
So you got a 2nd and 8 for Destrehan High School JR in the backfield. Couple handed off right here. No play action.
And still looking, and he
Could be holding
scrambles
right
to the
there.
right and just does the smart thing about throwing it out of bounds.
Making something out of nothing per se, but the only thing with throwing the ball right now is now the clock stopped.
Right. I thought, just as you thought, they was going for a handoff, and they have a flag on the field.
Probably holding.
Holden, yeah.
I saw holding
When
on
he
the
rolled
right.
out to the right, yeah.
Both tackles. Oh, illegal receiver down the field. Either way, it was still on Destrehan, so the
Right.
ball's moving back. So that was a lose-lose play. You lost yards and the clock stops.
Right. And you
Or-
rarely see that illegal receiver down the field.
No, I believe that with the way it works in high school is a legal receiver down the field, you don't lose any yards, but you lose a play.
You lose it down, okay.
Lose it down.
It would be 3rd down and 8. And the clock stopped, so it's still a lose-lose. Shotgun formation for our receiver set. The defense in the 3-4 with 2 safeties deep. Jarrett steps back to pass and goes deep, intended for Quayton Tobar, who clutched the touchdown. That was a monster grab.
Just grabbed it right over him. That's what height gets you. That was amazing, though.
Amazing. That was a pretty pass. Quayton Tobar was a display of grown man strength there. Yeah.
Just took it right from him. That was like a 50-yard throw. What an arm by JR.
Right. Great job setting his feet before he let it rip.
And the crazy thing with JR is he actually plays basketball, and he's better at basketball, people say. Starting on the varsity squad ever since he was a freshman. So he's really good all-around athlete,
Yeah,
as you can
great
tell.
athlete. I think the way he matured as a quarterback and progressed through his freshman year to now, he's an unbelievable player.
No doubt.
Philip Stratton sits for the kick.
Let's see what Alexandria tries to do to cause a false start. You'll see with both of their ends, they're gonna shuffle their feet. Just as you see there, shuffles their feet, thinks that ball's moving, so offensive line will jump.
And the kick is good. With that score, the score is the Wildcats 31 and the Alexandria 14. We'll be right back.
Everything magnified. Students and teachers take pride in knowing that they are part of one of the top nations in the state. We are St. Charles Parish Public Schools. Destrehan High School would like to recognize the Shell Belfort Manufacturing Complex as its partner in education and for being a proud sponsor for tonight's game. Fellow Wildcats, thank you for your support for both on the playing field and in the classroom, where we always strive for excellence with a great attitude. Shell Belfort.
So So just like that.
That was a great catch by Quentin Tobar.
That honestly, it
That
was just as good or one up the one that
the
was
lob,
over here.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great catch. I mean, great execution. The ball is kicked, and it will be a touchback.
It's so Philip Stratton has been able to boot the ball this entire game.
Yeah.
I think he's had 2 or 3 touchbacks, which is really rare in high school.
Yeah, one of them hit the goal post.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's not too windy either, so it's not the wind affecting it. It's just
Right.
pure leg.
so with 10 minutes left in the game, down 17. What do you think they're gonna do to approach this drive?
Air it out. It's
Like-
working for them. Might as well
Yeah.
keep doing it.
They scored last time they had the ball. They scored off a simple Hail Mary, just lob it up, and Jerry and did the rest.
Yeah.
And it's intercepted
Intercepted.
by
Crazy.
number 8.
That's game.
Great concentration because the ball came off a deflection. He was still able to reel it in.
And we have a score for you guys. With being a St. Charles Parish thing, once again, the winner of the Hahnville and Denham Springs game is going to play the winner of the Ruston and East St. John game. And Ruston is winning 35-13. So if Ruston wins, that's a long travel for either Denham Springs or Hahnville.
Right.
5-hour ride. So we'll have to see what happens with that one. And that's after quarter 4, so they're in the 4th quarter. And I'm trying to figure out what the score is for the Parkway game. We'll let you know whenever, as soon as we get it.
Shotgun formation. Carson Ryder is sent in motion. Flag. Hold up. Flag is on Destrehan. But being up 17 with under 10 minutes left, I think they're just going to run the ball out.
Run the ball out, right?
Right. You'll see more touches for Kyle Edwards. Shotgun formation through our receiver set. The defense is sending a blitz. And Kyle Edwards breaks free for a gain of 6.
I can't seem to find the score of the Parkway game, but as soon as we'll get it,
Excuse me, not a gain of 6, a gain of 9.
that's crazy though. The number 1 seed West Monroe is beating Central of Baton Rouge only 37-7. You said, I mean, that is 30 points per se, but West Monroe has been like destroying people as they nearly beat Alexandria by a lot, and they're a 1 seed playing against the worst seed in the playoffs. So
Great run by number
crazy.
5. Off the off tackle run.
So Destrehan's doing what they came out to do in this situation, just run the ball out.
Getting good yards at it, too.
They got a 3rd and short with the ball. The clock's almost down to 8 minutes, so.
And they're getting chunk by chunk on the run. It's not like they're getting 2 yards and 2 yards and 2 yards. So pistol formation, handoff to Edwards, and he keeps moving.
Whoa.
Got him up in the second there. He could have taken that to the house. It was nice blocking.
I almost thought he was going to get tackled, and that would have been a 4th down,
Right.
but it seems as if they came out and just
Showed
kept
great,
his feet moving, you know?
showed great patience with that run.
So we now have a 1st down and 10 on Alexandria's 25-yard line.
Coming up on 8 minutes in the game. Destrehan's in the pistol formation through our receiver. Number 14, Quinn Tobois set in motion.
Way to get the ball off on that play.
Right.
Nearly
Delay
game.
Yeah.
But as Destrehan's gonna do though, they're gonna they're not gonna snap the ball
Right.
until 5 seconds left. They're trying to get as much time off.
Yeah, I was just getting to that. They're doing a great job using the play clock
To their
and the
advantage.
game clock to their advantage. And they're on the 25-yard line in the opponent's territory. So the running game doing a really good job on the drive.
But Alexandria needs to stop. Like, they need to tell their players to not be out of the game per se. If they can stop them here to no points, get the ball, score, 2-point conversion, get the ball back, and score, they're winning. So, or rather, they're tied. Or are they winning?
They're down by 3. Yeah, it'll be 28-31.
Oh, 28. So, I mean, but they're still in the game.
Right. But that's a lot to do, and with 6 minutes and 50 seconds left. As you see them utilizing this play clock. Play clock's at 5, 4, 3, and just got it off for the second time. And they went for a slant, and it was too high, intended for Quincy Brown. And with that, you'll see the clock stop.
So that's it's a risky situation. You may catch it, touchdown, boom. But you may also get an incompletion because they play man-to-man. So like it's a give and take situation.
So you will see Philip Stratton in for a 42-yard field goal.
This will be a true testament of his leg if he can make this in.
Right.
We'll have to see. Snaps up, and it is, wow, good. Oh,
It's
no good.
Wide left.
Wide left. It had the distance,
Yeah.
though, which is insane. You can work on accuracy over time. It's really hard to work on
Leg
power.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll go play pro somewhere. Not pro, rather college football somewhere. He does have that, is able to based on his academics, so he could go play somewhere. We'll have to see.
He has a great leg strength.
It's crazy.
And it's crazy. Just to get it the
That
distance,
far.
that far.
What was it? At least a
It
40-yard
was
kick.
42 yards.
40-yard, yeah, crazy, dude.
Crazy.
Most NFL players sometimes struggle to make that
You're right.
distance. Or gets blocked, like Will Lutz for the Saints, you know. But 6 minutes and 20 seconds left.
They gotta
throw the ball.
stretch the ball. And you can't be scared. Like on the last drive, they threw an interception. You can't be scared to throw an interception. You basically is your back against the wall.
I was just about to say that.
Pistol formation through our receiver set. Defense with an extra DB in, expecting to run. Expecting to throw. There's a jet sweep. Number 8.
You got to get out.
Michael Williams.
He did good for getting out of bounds, though.
And he's a freshman.
Crazy, dude. A freshman playing varsity.
And he did the right thing by going out of bounds.
And not only is he playing varsity, but he's playing varsity in a playoff game. You want your best players in. If they feel like this is best player, Central Louisiana better watch out for this dude in the next years.
That is Michael Williams. And they running the ball. Another handoff to number 6, Ogie Sylvan. You see a pistol formation again through our receiver set. The defense is in cover 3, and he goes deep to number 12, and that was way too high. To to overthrow someone that's 6'3",
That's hard.
that's hard. Yeah.
The winner of tonight's game will play the winner of Baldwin Parkway in the fourth quarter.
But he did a great job stretching the field, trying to go get some yards, and it was a sideline throw, so it was planning on going out of bounds. So they line up back in the pistol, number 84 sent in motion, and fake screen is a slant caught by number 12, Jordan Valen, with 2 touchdowns tonight off the Hail Mary and the back shoulder throw, the fade in the end zone. So he's doing a tremendous job this game, playing his heart out because it's when to go home. So
Right, and isn't he a senior?
I believe so. Yes, he is.
So it's winner. You putting up the pads forever
Yeah.
for high school. So.
Right. And I heard he's committed to Tulane University, so Tulane got a
Hey, but you better get the keys ready. You know it's crunch time. Let's see what Alexandria is able to do. And moving the ball. They must have given him a penalty first down for the Alexandria. 15-yard penalty on that one. I couldn't tell what the penalty was.
Destrehan defense has given up a lot of yards on penalties. As you remember, in that one drive, they gave up 45 yards in penalties when Alexandria started on their own 13 and eventually scored off the back shoulder fade. And this false start, they losing the yards.
Losing 5 of them yards they got back.
Right.
But, hey, still a net gain of 10, so
Right.
progress, you know, one way or another.
If you're at Alexandria, you got to chuck it up to either number 15, Brandon, 20, or number 12.
You don't know. I would throw it to this left side. Man, that's number
15.
Yeah. Look at this mixed match.
Sad to get a ball to.
15 versus number 7, Dontrell Smith. Dontrell Smith is like 4 inches shorter, so
But
just chuck it up to him. It worked when they did the Hail Mary, so maybe they can get it going again.
But also, if you remember back in, I believe, week 2, when Slidell played Destrehan, Dontrell Smith was on a receiver that was 6'3", and he caught 2 interceptions.
That's insane.
So,
That's some hops right there.
Yeah, so
And scoring.
not a person you want to pick on if you're a quarterback.
Right.
So.
But also another scoring update. Hahnville leads Denham Springs with a score of 35-14 going into the fourth quarter. So we'll see if Denham can pull it out or Hahnville keeps the score. Either way, it seems like whoever wins that game is going to be traveling to Ruston.
Man in motion. And there's a quick pass to
number 15. Oh.
And he had the ball in his hands and dropped it. You got to catch that.
Hey.
Quick out route.
Remember what we talked about earlier with Quincy, number 14 for Destrehan?
Yeah, okay. Quincy did a great job not looking upfield too fast. That's
what he
prime
did.
example of Brandon Quincy's last thing just now. I like that how you say that because he did turn around real fast trying to make a play and get some extra yards. As a receiver, you need to look the ball in, make sure you got it, then turn upfield and run. Or in his case, get out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, Tyreek, didn't you play receiver?
Freshman year.
Freshman year. Nice hit by number 56, maybe, who is a linebacker for Destrehan. He is Julian Parquette.
Great hit.
Confusing to pronounce his last name. Almost slaughtered it. Didn't mean to do that.
Thank you for your cooperation. First to 10 Fighting Wildcats after 36.
So that was a turnover on down. So now it's Destrehan's ball.
And they're just going to run it out.
Run it out.
I'm surprised they still got Kyle Edwards in after only being back 2 weeks ago from a concussion. I probably would have played safe and put number 5
Mark Trahan,
in that running back.
really fast guy. Mark Trahan's actually like one of the main go-to dudes for Destrehan track. So he's got the speed. I don't know why they're not putting him in. It could just wear out Alexandria's offense. Defense rather. But I mean, Destrehan has always had the thing for the big running backs. You know,
Right.
Will Matthews a few years ago.
Then you had
John Emery, really big guys. So they just like running it in your face type.
and Kyle Edwards is another big back, upcoming back.
A throw. Weird to see.
And then he steps out of bounds, which is
Not smart.
yeah.
But, I mean, almost at this point, I think throwing the ball is disrespectful.
Not a tremendous show of sportsmanship.
Right.
But you see Kyle Edwards down.
Oh, hey, we just spoke about it. Maybe we'll get to see number 5 come in.
I think it's just cramps because he's just holding his leg, probably.
Hopefully it's just cramps.
Right. You never want to see anybody go down with an injury.
Great sportsmanship by Alexandria.
Yeah.
You'd love to see that in football. Even though their opponents, they're going to need for an injury. Take off their helmet, show a sign of respect, you know.
See, he's back up, walking off on his own power. If I was Destrehan, I would just rest him for the rest of the game.
Right.
Get him ready for next week.
And it looks like since they're putting number 24 in for the running back position, replacing him, who is Edwan Green. Edwan Green. Sorry, didn't mean to kill your name like that. And as we take a break, Jaquan Jackson just scored on a run. So now Hahnville leads 42-14. Probably going to play Ruston next week, as we mentioned earlier. And since Hahnville played home and the way the bracket just happens to fall,
they will be away next week.
They'll be away next week. What a run. They just put in, I can't pronounce his name.
Edwan Green.
Edwan Green, and he just pulls out a 25-yard run.
Great blocking up front. Great blocking. And great job by Edwan Green following his blocker.
I almost feel like Alexandria is just ready to go. They've given up, as you could tell. Their defense was stepping up this entire half until this play.
Look at their body language. It's like, at first they were so aggressive. Like, their front four was so aggressive, getting behind the line of scrimmage, even getting 2 sacks in the second half. Now it's just like, they sending extra blitzers, too. Great job by number 79 on that play, stopping them for a loss of yards. That was Jared Bird. But before that play, it looked like they were just ready to go, just giving up.
Right. But it's gotta be kind of depressing for the seniors, you know. This could be their last game.
Right.
They're 3.5 hours from home, possibly 4 or more.
That's
and they got to sit on a school bus and ride all the way back to Alexandria with the potential
with a loss and it being your last game, that ride even longer.
Right.
So
hopefully they just fall asleep, you know. You just want the best for these players. It makes it less bad.
Those seniors on that team have nothing to be ashamed of. They played their hearts out.
Right.
They had a good run this year. And I wish them luck in their future.
I do. Me too. They did really good. I don't recall if Alexandria actually made it to the playoffs last year, but I think they did, maybe. Yeah, I believe they did, but to be able to compete with a number 8 seed as the way they are, to stop the offense as if they've been doing, they did great. They do have a lot of positives to look at.
This score don't reflect this game. This has been a really good game by Alexandria. The defensive line controlled the running game of Destrehan. As you see, a face mask called by Alexandria. That was easy.
And now we got some
A tussle
a tussle. Yeah, I couldn't think of the word.
on the sideline. Number 92 of Alexandria, Jalen Anderson, a freshman.
You got a hurt player though, man. You don't want to see that.
Right.
It looks as if I believe number 66. He was being pushed on along. You could see here on the replay, number 92 grabs the face mask and his next and whips around.
Yeah, that's a dangerous thing when you grab a face mask. And you hopefully, I don't know who this is on the ground, but hopefully he's okay. And just like cramps or something, and he'll be good from after this game.
Right.
Like we said before, you never want to see nobody hurt in any game or any sport, or just in general. So hopefully he can shake back.
Yeah, you see a lot of trainers on the field too. I don't know how deep this injury is. He's getting up, which is always good, but sadly he's not getting up on his own force.
Yeah,
he's got to get carried off, which is always sad.
Number 76, Jacoby and Gittery with the 2 sacks in this game. So
looks to be like his right ankle.
Yeah.
Maybe he twisted it or something. Really hope he's okay though.
And a speedy recovery.
Speedy recovery, of course. And what grade is he in? 76. He's a
sophomore.
Sophomore. Goodness gracious. So he's still got 2 years left, which is always good.
So, hoping a speedy recovery. He had a heck of a game.
Right.
Played his heart out with the 2 sacks to shut down Destrehan in the early part of the third quarter. And on one of them, Destrehan started the possession on the 50-yard line, and his sack knocked him out of field goal range.
Right. He did really well this game. I give him props. It's
tons of tackles too.
It's really sad to see a player hurt, but you can tell when someone gets hurt, they gave it their all. You know? They gave everything they could on the field, and that's what you want to expect from a player day in and day out.
Yeah, they
just hope they never get hurt.
Put their body on the line.
Right.
Sacrifice. That shows you the heart.
We'll take another look at another angle of the face mask right here, as you can see on the replay.
Definitely got a face mask there.
Yeah.
Clearly.
No doubt about it.
And it was multiple times.
But sometimes, it's kind of hard to
grab.
It's just the first thing they grab.
The first thing your hands clench on is the face mask. So.
But it was good to see once he noticed he grabbed the face mask.
He stopped. Then he grabbed it again and grabbed it again.
Hey, at least he stopped. Okay?
Right.
So now we got a first down. I believe a face mask automatic first down.
Yes. On
Destrehan's 30-yard line. They probably just run the ball out here.
The clock's back moving.
Back and rolling. So you got 2:49, but.
And I'm surprised to see they put Kyle Edwards back in the game.
Yeah. Miscommunication with the play clock. That's why they stopped the play. The game clock rather the play clock rather wasn't on. They were setting at 0-0. So you can't really clock management.
Right.
Oh wait, rather I believe the running back stepped out of bounds on the right side during that face mask, so the clock stops. So they're gonna pull the clock back up to I think it was about 2:50 or 2:51.
Yeah.
I'm trying to communicate that back up. 3:05 rather.
3:05.
So they're trying to communicate that back up to the play box. The people in charge of running the scoreboard.
And you should see a kneel down here.
But even though Alexandria does have 3 timeouts, so I don't know. Do you take them? Do you call a timeout?
Do you normally see a narrow down from a shotgun? Oh, okay, he's walking from the pistol formation.
That's different.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's try to look over to the field. No timeout. So they're just gonna let the clock run out. I guess Alexandria is looking at it the motto. They got too many injuries, You want to go home safe than sorry.
Right.
But I see the Alexandria side of the field. You could see the sadness in their
Right.
face, you know. Their season's over. Some of them, their season's over. High school football is over for them.
Right.
You could see a few of them sitting on the bench with their hands in their face, helmet on the ground. Best of luck to them in their
Yeah.
future. Hopefully a few of them could come back next year and maybe they'll make a further run.
Right. Don't have nothing to be ashamed of. Great run as this season. They made the playoffs, which is ultimately the goal when you step foot in the regular season.
Right.
And they played well against this 8 seed Destrehan. So,
31-14.
and I think Terrebonne is the 12th seed, and they put up 7 last week against
Right. So
Destrehan.
they did better.
Yeah. So, and like I said, this game the score doesn't reflect this game
The score, right.
because they defense played their heart out, and the offense got rolling in the second half.
Right.
So,
And with that being, Destrehan's probably going to pull this game out. If Destrehan or Hahnville is home, we will actually have a Press Play Productions live stream of that game. So hopefully one of the teams are home. But as the way it's looking, Hahnville's going to have to go on the road. And if Parkway pulls out a win against Barb, then Destrehan will have to travel to Parkway and Shreveport. But I don't know what's the case if Barb wins because they're a higher seed. They're the 8 seed and Destrehan's the 9 seed. So maybe Destrehan has to go to Barb and Lake Charles.
right.
So maybe both games are away and we won't have a Press Play production. But hopefully one of the games are home so we can produce it live for our viewers.
This has been a great game. Both teams played great. The better team won tonight. Great.
Though Destrehan was the better team, Alexandria showed up.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it was the better team. Destrehan was the better team. It was the better team of the first half, but I think the second half goes to Alexandria. It just couldn't
Yeah, I agree.
tie the deficit. I mean,
You allowed 7 points
yeah,
for a hot Destrehan offense.
right. And you came back and scored 7 points as well, but your defense and offense really got clicking.
Mm-hmm. So it's a 4th down. They're punting the ball for the first time tonight. Or is it the second time tonight?
I think it's the second or third.
Wow. What a grab though.
Yeah, and Alexandria will start the possession inside their own 5. Great punt.
Great punt.
So you gotta be wondering if they're gonna try to score or just nail it out. And Alexandria takes the field. And they hand the ball off, and he's tackled down by number 54.
Alexandria rather, will probably just run the clock out, you know.
Yeah.
They got too many injuries as we talked about earlier, so they just want to, kind of just get ready to go home,
right.
I guess. So that'll be it.
And his hand out to number 7.
Safety.
And safety.
Maybe. Let's see where they spot the ball.
It's a safety.
Safety.
So with that, the score is 33. Destrehan, Alexandria 14.
Looks as if we have a scuffle going on. Come on, man.
Another tussle.
Yeah. You don't really want that. You got 16 seconds left in the game.
It's the playoff.
Yeah. But, you do have 16 seconds left in the game.
I mean, emotions are high for both teams. One team's ready to celebrate and go on to the second round. The other team is their last game, probably the last game of their high school career. So,
as we mentioned earlier, giving it all out on the line.
Yeah.
So you could tell by the way they performed.
right. Destrehan showed an amazing passing attack tonight. And I think that really surprised most people. It surprised me because they normally known for a power run.
Right.
To see them open up the game with a play action and deep passes.
But it also has to do with John Emery being hurt.
Yeah.
One of Destrehan's star players and one of the star players in the metro area.
Yeah, but
You gotta.
Kyle Edwards is not a bad replacement.
Right. I agree. 100%.
And just like that. And that's going to do it for this one. Destrehan winning this game 33-14. Join us next Tuesday when the Hahnville Tigers boys soccer play Central LaFouche Trojans. In the meantime, you can keep up with us by visiting our website, presstoplay.tv, and follow us on social media at presstoplay. I'm Tariq Johnson.
I'm Chris Brand.
Have a great night.
You too.